天気の話、日本人よくしますね。It's always a great icebreaker, but have you ever heard of any of these expressions? It's lashing it down. The sky is looking very overcast. It's absolutely baking outside. Hi everyone, it's Scott here from That's English School. By talking about the weather, you can make a smooth start to any conversation. Japanese people learn the basics of weather phrases at school. Sunny, cloudy, rainy, hot, cold. Yeah, that's about it, I guess. Oh, and one more, maybe windy. But you know, there's way more to it than that. Those very slight changes in the temperature, the shapes of the clouds. There are so many phrases in English to describe these things. In particular, British people love to talk about the weather. Let's learn how to start a conversation in English by talking about the weather. ぜひ最後まで見てくださいね。Okay, here is today's lineup. Number 1, sunny weather. And number 2, rainy weather. Number 3, windy weather. And number 4, snowy weather. And number 5, the sky, talking about the sky. And number 6, we're talking about humidity and temperatures. Key point for today, it. Using it as a subject in a sentence is really common when we're talking about time, days, distance, and the weather. It takes 5 minutes from here. It's Thursday. It's 3 kilometers from my house. It's nice and sunny. So I'll be using it a lot today. I really want you to realize how useful it is when you're talking about the weather. Okay, let's get started. Number 1, let's talk about sunny weather. So the summers in Japan have been incredibly hot in recent years, don't you think? It seems to be getting hotter and hotter, but you can't beat a bit of sun now and again. Here are a few phrases talking about sunny weather. It's a gorgeous day. There isn't a cloud in the sky. So we can use this when the sky is completely blue and there's no clouds. There isn't a cloud in the sky. It's a clear and sunny day. It's such a perfect day. Now, if it's really hot, and Japan does get super hot, especially in the summer, you can use phrases like these. It's baking hot. It's a scorcher. It's boiling hot. It's roasting hot today. If you're finding this video to be useful, please subscribe to our channel. We have lots of other useful videos to help you with your English. チャンネルを登録してくださいね。あとはいいね押してください。Thank you. Number 2, rainy weather. So I come from the UK, so there's a lot of rain in the UK, so there's lots of words to describe the rain. Let's start with a few of those. It's rainy. It's raining. Now, if it's just a little tiny bit of rain, we can say it's drizzling. It's drizzling. Once the drizzling gets to the next stage, we can say it's spitting. Now, when the real heavy stuff starts, we can say the heavens opened. It's chucking it down. It's pelting it down. It's pouring. It's bucketing down out there. Now let's talk about lightning. So I think sometimes Japanese people get confused by lightning and thunder because in English they're completely separate. They're two separate entities. But I feel, talking to Japanese people, they think thunder and lightning is like the same thing. In English, they're completely separate. I can see lightning. So we see lightning with our eyes. I can hear thunder. So we hear thunder with our ears. Hear thunder. After the lightning, you can hear the thunder. It's thunder and lightning. It's a thunderstorm. When you get caught in the rain and your clothes are all wet, you can use these expressions. I'm soaked to the skin. I'm wet through. I am absolutely drenched. Oh, before I forget, there are another few kinds of weather which I'd like to teach you. The first one is hail. Hail. So, you know the little ice balls you can see in the photograph there? It's foggy. So this is when you can't see more than 1,000 meters ahead. It's misty. This is a little lighter and you can see more than 1,000 meters in front of you. Actually, I didn't really know the difference between foggy and misty myself. I had to do a little Googling. Now we're going across the studio for the 3-day weather report. How's the weather looking over there? It looks like we're having some technical difficulties, so we'll check back later. Number 3, windy weather. So we'll start off talking about a very light wind and moving on to a very strong wind. Okay, so the first one is, it's just a light wind. It's breezy. So the word breezy sounds nice, sounds fresh. So moving on to something a little stronger, we can say, whoa, it's a strong wind today. Even stronger, we can say, it's blowing a gale. It's blowing a gale. A gale is a very strong wind. It's a blustery day. Blustery. Looks like a storm is brewing. So a storm is coming. A storm is brewing. A typhoon is coming. So a typhoon, the pronunciation is typhoon. The N at the end must be pronounced. A typhoon. A hurricane is coming. A tornado is coming. A twister is coming. So what's the difference between a tornado and a twister? They are exactly the same. So a twister is just a nickname for a tornado. Number 4, snowy weather. So in snowy weather, in really cold conditions, we have to bundle up to try and keep warm. So to bundle up means to wear lots of layers of clothes to try and keep warm. In cold weather, we need to bundle up. There is frost on the ground. It's a frosty morning. It's sleeting. Sleeting. So sleet is basically snow and rain mixed together. There is a flurry of snow. So this is like a flurry of snow. It's not coming down too heavy, but just some light snow is falling. The snow is lying. So if you look in the dictionary for the word tsumoru, it says to pile up. But I think pile up is not really the best choice. So in this case, the snow is lying is a much better choice. There is a blizzard, or you could say there is a snowstorm. There's so much snow you cannot see in front of you. The snow is wet. So when you pick it up in your hands, it feels nasty. The snow is dry and fine, or also you can say it's powder snow. So I know in Japan, you also use the word powder snow, so I'm sure you're very familiar with the expression powder snow. Good for skiing. The snow is starting to melt. The snow turns to slush. This is a slushy. So it's very similar to a kakigori in Japan, maybe a little wetter than kakigori. Let's go back to get the weather forecast for the next 3 days. Fingers crossed he's going to be ready this time. it looks like we're still having a few technical problems. What's he doing? Somebody go and talk to him. He's supposed to be on air right now. We'll try back a little bit later. Number 5, the sky. It's a clear day. It's cloudy. It's partly cloudy. So partly cloudy is when there's, it's kind of half and half. You can see some of the sky, but there's also some clouds at the same time. The clouds are wispy. So wispy is like cotton. The clouds are like cotton candy. Like big, puffy clouds. It's overcast. It's gloomy. It's an angry looking sky. Wow. It looks like a storm is brewing. The clouds are moving so fast. Number 6, humidity and temperatures. It's very humid. It's muggy. Muggy. So muggy sound muggy. Humidity is high. Humidity is low. It's 85% humidity today. Japan is hot and humid in the summer. Okay, now let's talk about different words, talking about from really, really hot going all the way to super cold, okay? So starting with the first one, it's sweltering. It's roasting hot. It's boiling hot. It's hot. It's warm. It's chilly. So chilly is, starting to get a little bit cold. What's it called again? Hadazamui. It's chilly. It's nippy. It's nippy. It's crispy. It's cool. It's cold. It's freezing. It's Baltic. So this is probably used more in the UK. It's Baltic outside. It's brass monkeys out there. Now, I don't have time today to explain the meaning of brass monkeys, but it's often used in the UK too. It means it's super, super really cold. Of course, we can talk about the actual temperatures. So there are 2 types of measurements we use for the temperatures. So the first one is C, which means Celsius. Celsius. So this was invented by the astronomer Anders Celsius in 1742. Of course, it's the one that you use in Japan. This is based on 0 degrees for the freezing point of water and 100 degrees for the boiling point of water. It's sometimes called the centigrade scale because of the 100 points between 0 to 100. Centigrade. Centi means 100. This is the most commonly used system in the world. The other system is Fahrenheit. So this was invented by Daniel Gabriel Fahrenheit. It's used in only 5 countries in the world: the United States, Belize, Palau, the Bahamas, and the Cayman Islands. So let's talk about temperatures using Celsius. First, we have to talk about the little symbol. So the little circle at the side, it's called the degree symbol. It's 32 degrees today. It's only 5 degrees today. It's -5 degrees today. It's 5 below freezing. Talking of temperatures, let's find out what the weather forecast is for the next 3 days. Let's go back to the weather station. Sorry about that little technical difficulty earlier on. It should be fine from now on. Now, let's take a look at the 3-day forecast. Now, on Monday, we should see beautiful clear skies. It's a wonderful sunny day. It's going to be gorgeous. We get highs of 25 degrees. 28 degrees. It's going to be really hot. And we have lows of 21. So it's going to be a great day to get outdoors, maybe go to the beach, have a barbecue, something like that. Moving on to Tuesday, as you can see, it's going to be a little cooler. We got highs of 25 degrees and lows of 19. It's going to be partly cloudy and partly sunny, so maybe you should take a raincoat if you're planning on going out on Tuesday. And moving on to Wednesday, well, the weather is going to take a real bad turn for the worse. We're going to have a rainy day. It's going to be bucketing down, absolutely pouring. With a high of 22 and a low of 18, it looks like it's a good day to stay indoors. Okay, that's the 3-day forecast. Back to you in the studio, Scott. And that was the weather report. Well, it looks like we're going to have some pretty changeable weather over the next 3 days. So thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.